What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be breaking down The Flash's Season 9 Episode 13 trailer, which of course is the series finale. Now guys, there was a trailer that was, like 20 seconds or so, but this is the extended version, which is about a minute long, so we got a lot more content to break down for this one. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into it. So the trailer starts with Barry telling Iris that there's something that she needs to know. I'm assuming this is where he tells her about Eddie being revived and being the next negative Speed Force avatar and all that. Now yes, future Iris did know about Eddie in episode 12, but of course present day Iris will be learning this for the first time. Next we get a look at a new scene with Zoom, where he's standing in what looks like a tunnel with tons of cops pointing their guns at him. Now obviously this is going to happen when the blue crystal revives him, unless we find out that in the post-crisis timeline Zoom has been alive the whole time and he just escapes from wherever he's being held. But nonetheless, we will very likely get an answer to that Zoom question in this episode, and Zoom is by far going to be my favorite part of this episode. Just seeing him back is going to be so awesome, because he's honestly starting to overtake Reverse Flash as my favorite villain on the show. He's just so menacing, and I'm so excited to see him back. But anyways, next we hear Barry say the whole timeline is breaking down, as we see a few different Barry and Iris scenes, all from different seasons. I believe this one here is from season 3, and this one here is from season 6. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Maybe there will even be like multiple versions of the Flash from different times showing up in the final battle. I think something like that would be pretty cool, and a lot of fans have wanted to see that for a while as well. But next we hear a voice I've never heard before say, "Tonight we changed the future." So maybe this voice is like is Cobalt Blue when he's in his like full negative Speed Force form or something like that. I think that's got to be the leading theory there. But that's followed by a look at SAVITAR, and his suit is glowing red, which is still a mystery as to why that is. Maybe because he's being, revived by the negative Speed Force. That means the negative Speed Force may be what causes his suit to turn red. I think that's definitely possible. But next we get a look at Eddie in his Cobalt Blue outfit for the first time, as he decides to visit Iris in the hospital. As obviously in this episode Iris will give birth to Nora, so that should be a very interesting reunion right there between Iris and Eddie. He has flowers in his hand too, so yeah, that'll be very, very interesting right there. Next we see adult Nora West Allen present at her own birth, which is kind of weird to think about. I wonder if anything will get messed up in the timeline because of that. She even questions that in the trailer, but I doubt it. I mean, it's the series finale. Who really cares about that at that point? But then next we get our first look at the Wells version of Thawne, who was also likely brought back by the Blue Crystal. And even though this is the Cobalt Blue storyline, there's definitely still going to be some kind of final battle between the Flash and the Reverse Flash here, which should also be pretty cool to see. I mean, it only makes sense. The Flash's arch nemesis is the Reverse Flash, so we should see something in regard to a final battle there. But here we get a bit of a better look at Eddie's Cobalt Blue suit, with the crystal being held around the chest area. We also hear some of the OG music, as we also hear Barry ranting about all the people he's lost over the past 9 years. And it should be really cool to finally get an episode focused on Barry for the most part. I'm really excited to see that, because most of season 9 has not been that, which is very, very disappointing considering it is the last season of The Flash. Here we do have a scene where Reverse Flash seems to have killed Chester, or at least tried to, but obviously they won't kill off Chester because we've seen him alive in the future. And even though the timeline could change to where he will die, I just see him dying being incredibly unlikely. But next we see Cobalt Blue getting thrown through a window, which, this could be happening during the final battle. We also see Captain Singh helping out with CCPD again, which is honestly a really big refresher. I really missed characters like Captain Singh at CCPD. We see Cecile in her stupid suit again. Great, who cares? No, not really anybody. We also see the scene where Iris gives birth to Nora, which will likely happen towards the end of the episode. And that's followed by a look at Barry, and the person he was ranting to is Mark, which looks to be a good scene because Grant Gustin's acting is always amazing, and they really don't give him very many scenes like this anymore. So I'm glad they're giving him something here. But Barry also says he's going to try and save both the timeline and Eddie's life, which if they actually bring Eddie back and make him good again at the end of the episode instead of locking him up in Argus or killing him off or something, I think that would be really cool to see as well, because he was a season regular in season 1, so it would be really cool to see him turn into a good guy again, sort of like when we saw Ronnie being quote-unquote revived in season 8 episode 11, I believe it was. But yeah, this time it would of course be with Eddie Thawne. Next we see Keone talking to Barry, but from the look of tears in Barry's eyes, it's looking like maybe this is actually Caitlin who finally returns in this scene. Maybe it's another like dual personality thing with both Caitlin and Keone, and they can, you know, switch between the two people just like Caitlin and Frost used to be able to do. We also see Jay Garrick return, but, you know, we've known for a while that he would be returning, but it's always great to see him on the show. We also see Savitar picking up Nora. I'm kind of thinking this might be a scene where Savitar like almost kills her in a similar way to how he almost killed Iris back in season 3, which I think would, you know, be a pretty cool little throwback there. We then go back to the Wells version of Thawne in the Cortex of Star Labs, who says Barry's life is mine. Maybe this is him arguing with the other villains, saying that he has to be the one to kill Barry, which could be a very interesting scene, you know, assuming that all these villains will be teaming up. Maybe we get like a little Reverse Flash versus Zoom battle or something like that. That would be really cool. But yeah, like I said, I would still expect there to be some kind of final battle between the two of them, that being the Flash and the Reverse Flash. So yeah, I'm guessing Reverse Flash will have the last laugh with the other villains. Then we see Barry getting beat up by Cobalt Blue in an area surrounded by red, and that could mean that this scene is happening in the Negative Speed Force, which I guess could be pretty interesting. But then we see Eddie ask any last words before Iris says, "I've got 3. Run, Barry, run." And I actually can't remember the last time they actually said this on the show, but it's definitely been a while. So it's great that they're bringing that back in the finale. So yeah, guys, that was basically it for the trailer. I thought it looked very, very, very good. A great and fitting series finale, and I can't wait. But anyways, I'd say that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment your thoughts on this video down below, as well as your thoughts on what else you guys think might happen in this series finale. I am really excited for it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.